Hey, how you doing? I wanted to come in here with a story this time because I feel it's super relevant to how the mentality of the health system or people's healths is currently seen and thought about. It's kind of a mindset that you treat the symptoms and make people feel better, and that's just the way it is. Because you don't notice what's wrong until something is wrong, and then that's what you have to treat, obviously. But there's a coach, an amazing coach called Michael Neal, and he mentioned a story, and I just changed the way I think about the whole thing. So grab a little cup of tea or a cup of coffee. It's only a short story, but it just really helps clarify everything. So the story goes that there was a man. He was walking out in the open in the countryside, and he walks past a big river and he hears a cry for help. And he runs down and there's a person drowning, and he pulls them out and saves their life, and they're so grateful, and he's feeling great because he saved somebody's life. And he goes to walk away and there's another cry for help, and he goes to help them out, and he's like, oh man, this good job I was here, sort of thing. Helps them out, and everybody's happy. But as he goes to walk away again, there's another, and he looks up and there are people flowing past, all needing help. He runs up to the village and says, hey, we need help, there's people down in the river, we need help pulling them out. And everybody comes down, and there's like loads of people helping all these people out, and everybody gets into it, and they love helping the people, and they're making a huge difference. Some people don't make it, they carry on. They get t-shirts made like, we're the people saving everybody, and it's just what happens. And they go down and they have a little group that they just stay near the river, and then there's a siren that goes off and they can go out down and help everybody out. And one day the original man that started getting everybody in to help, he wasn't there anymore. And they're like, oh, he must have slept in. It's fine, it's never mind. And they just carry on pulling everybody out. And the next day he wasn't there. And they just get a bit angry, but they just carry on pulling him out, pulling everybody out, getting as many people as they can. And then one day they come down and there's nobody to save. The river's clear and there's nobody drowning anymore. There's nobody there. So they stay a few more days and there's no people in the river at all anymore that need saving. Nothing there, nothing for them to do. And then the man comes back, the original man, and they're like, where were you? We had a whole thing going here. Why did you abandon us? And he said, I didn't abandon you. I went upstream to see why they were falling in to begin with. He fixed the bridge that was broken, and he taught them how to swim, so that if they did fall in, they'd know what to do. So if you upstream things, so the health system at the moment is, we're fixing whatever symptoms we're seeing. We're fixing all the things that are presenting as needing help with. But if you could upstream it, if you could go upstream and see what caused the dis-ease or the immune system to drop in the first place, it makes all the difference. All boats rise with that understanding. And when you can change the origin of things, you can change the outcome really easily. So this can be diet, of course, it can be exercising and all of that. And I think people have a good idea of a lot of that. But sometimes there are things underneath that need healing. So the emotional wounds of stuff, the emotional blocks, the subconscious signaling, when your body's there going, we need to look at this. This thing happened once and it's still bothering us and we've swept it under the carpet for so long. I need you to release it. I need it to be looked at. It needs to come out. Someone needs to know or some change needs to be made, or you need to stop making yourself miserable doing something that you absolutely hate doing and go back to what you loved doing as a child, or it's your soul coming through going, we need to change something in our lives. And if we can upstream it and go and remove those blocks or those unhealed wounds that are in there and underneath that are causing that dis-ease to come through, then a lot of the things that happen downstream never need to come to light because it's been dealt with properly upstream. Things that doctors don't know what to do with, things that are just constant pains, or anxiety or depression, and things that can be dealt with. Sometimes they do need proper doctors and everything, but the subconscious would also know how to help stuff. It's so intelligent. It's your absolute highest intelligence, and it knows you literally inside out. And we can ask it what it needs. What does it need to do? Can it heal you now? It's your inner healer. If it's subconsciously signaling to you that something needs to be done, it's the one tugging the sleeve, so it knows what it needs. It knows exactly who you need to go to. It knows what needs to be done, and it knows what needs to be released. And it can make the change really quick as well. Things can rapidly change when they're released properly, looked at with grown-up eyes. And as Joe Dispenza in his book Becoming Supernaturally says, when you're in a deep state of relaxation, which we use the alpha state, the autonomic system has a chance to go in and clean house. So a lot of the time it can come in, and it's like I said before, when you're looking at a river of life and there's that one log that's jammed the wrong way under a bridge and it's blocking everything else up, if you could just nudge that log so that it flows again, or take it out altogether, everything can fall into place. Everything can go as it should. Everything can return to the way it's meant to be. And it can make such a difference. So I run rapid healings online. They work best online because everybody's in their comfortable place, and we can all relax, and it just works best. I'm running a special offer at the moment, so I'll put the link down below or wherever it will be. But just come through and have a chat. Message me wherever you need to be, or book a quick coffee chat with me if you like. If you want to know more about what it is, if it can help you, let's see if we're a good fit. But let's upstream it and let's see what we can clear that needs to be done emotionally. It makes such a difference. So that was my quick story of the day. I will see you in the next one. Take care.